Hello everyone and welcome back to a new round of the ADEC Championship. This is ADEC Season 1 Round 2, Tier 2 2026. I am your commentator for tonight, Mr. Slingshot Cherberg, and tonight we are at the Red Bull Ring. Little damp, little wet track tonight in the Mighty Group 2 machines. And as we saw in Tier 1, it was an eventful race. Flappy had a very good and strong qualifier where he showed who was boss. And yeah, let's see who has gotten the short straw here and got themselves into P1. And yeah, we'll look at the grid and get this wet race started. All right, here we are on the grid. So let's take a look where everyone positioned themselves in the quali. We have in P1 Epu or Lapanen. In second place, we have Enix, our last round's winner, I believe it was. AG27 here in the P3. We have Topa in fourth. Haldir has gotten himself into fifth. We have Huskonen in sixth. Mark GT in seventh. We have Janne in eighth. Sweep in ninth. We have Rex in 10th and 11th with Senna in the Mercedes SLK GTR. So yeah, good luck, boys, and yeah, let's head down to the 5 red lights and let's get the show going. And we are back for the grid start. 5 red lights to light up and then go black. And we're off for round 2 in Tier 2. As we see, there's a little bit of wheel spin from Mark GT and Topo back there. And a good clean start from Jason. As we see, Enix gotten himself into P1 in the NSX. And let's just take a look down and see if everyone has gotten themselves into... Oh, there's a little bit of twitchiness from Topa there. I'm just gonna check. Senna's gotten himself into P6. Mark GT, Rex, and we have a Huskonen. Right, taking a look back at the start. A very, very poor start for Huskonen. As we try and look at what happened to our Finn here. Oh, a little bit of pit maneuver from Janne there, and and he's gotten himself a little bit of damage for his trouble as well. Coming back to Enix then in turn 3, and he goes completely wide in that 90-degree turn. Same with AG. Epu will try and get his P1 back into turn 4. But Enix managing to keep him behind for the moment. No. Epu is back into P1. Good strong drive from the Finn there. As we see Haldir now up into P3. Holy crap. In front of AG as well. The lawnmower man is on fire tonight. Let's see if the machinery holds for Haldir and not the commentary curse will strike again. As we see AG going into the inside of the second to the last corner. Haldir still managing to stay in front, as we see Topa there in 5th, dropped a position as well. But yeah, very exciting stuff to see the lawnmower man in P3. as he goes a little wide out of turn 1 and opens the door for AG. AG back into P3 with Topa taking P4. 2 positions lost for the Lawnmower Man right now into start of lap 2, as we see them go through turn 3. Oh, and we have a spin from Jason. Oh. Just keep your head down now, Jace, and keep going as we see AG hounding Enix. Enix might be having some issues right now. As we see Epu is increasing the gap down to Enix. And Enix is being chased down by AG, Topa, and Mark. So Enix has to dig down deep. There's still quite a wet track. Still good enough for the dry tires, but yeah, they all have to be careful. As we saw with Jace, just spinning in turn 3. Enix now just still trying to stay in front of AG and Topa. NSXs are popular this season. We saw a bunch of them in Tier 1 as well. As we see AG going for the inside move and just getting a better exit out of turn 3 and gets himself into P2. Very well predicted from AG there, but Enix is fast. We saw that last time around. As we see, there's... Oh my goodness. AG became the bologna in the NSX sandwich there, as we see Topa capturing P2. That was a little dirty the way that happened, but still just some rubbing right there. No actual push to pass, but yeah, it looked a little sketchy. The stewards might have a word with these drivers, and yeah, it might not go down well. It might be a penalty for some of them post-race. That was definitely a little bit of a sketchy overtake there from Topa, sandwiching AG like that, but AG did open the door, so that's not for me to decide post-race. That could be reported. It could be a post-race penalty for some of the drivers. So we see Enix is real. Oh my goodness, Topa has spun. Like I said, Enix is really struggling. He did very well last time around. Or am I talking about the other Ukraine boy? Yeah, Enix had some issues in the last round, but he had a very strong comeback, if we remember correctly. Mark GT now up into P3, Enix down into P4, so Enix is really struggling for grip in this race. Still a very long race out, but yeah, Enix is definitely struggling a little bit with grip and maybe sanity at this point. As we see, there is a big gap up to P2 and 1. Go down and see Janne in front of Topa, and yeah, he hasn't had too much issues so far. As we see Rex there in P7. Beautiful liveries for Topa and Rex's team this season. Kudos to the livery designer. Sweep there in front of Huskonen. Huskonen is getting back up to speed. We don't have a lot of the NSX's Skylines for Tier 2, but we do have a couple. Sweep just trying to defend his 8th place, as we see Haldir in 10th. With Senna has had issues. He was in P6 in the start of lap 1, now he's down into P11. As we know, the old Merc is extremely fast, but yeah, it does struggle a little bit with keeping up with the power handling cars like the GTR and the NSX. It is a little bit more understeery and more difficult to get around the corners. It should be good around Yas Marina, I believe. A lot of good long straights in Yas. So the Merc could be a dangerous car. As we see Epu in front of AG. AG is closing in a little bit, and it is good to see the old Lexus out and about. One of my colleague Kimaru's favorite Group 2 machines. Use that for pretty much the entirety of Gran Turismo Sport. Not a lot of action happening right now. Enix is struggling to just stay in tow, as we have Janne being challenged by Topa. Topa in head in front of Janne at the moment, getting himself up to P5. Rex in 7th. We have Huskonen. He has gotten himself a little bit further away from Haldir. Sweep has had an issue. Don't know where. But yeah, it is a little bit of a damp track, so it might have been a spin somewhere for Sweep, and he got himself a 2.5 penalty for his troubles as well. Back to Epu then, and AG. Epu wasn't in last week's race, but doing well so far to stay ahead of our Spaniard. Let's see, who was it? Oh, Walker Space. That was the guy that won last week's race. He's not with us tonight. Probably some other commitments that have taken him away from round 2. But there's still 6 more rounds after this, so plenty of time to snag points and everything. As we see, Mark GT still staying comfortably ahead of Enix so far, but one small mistake and Enix is ahead, of course. We have a half-second penalty from Topa, overextending out of the last turn, possibly. Janne in P6, we have Rex, we have Huskonen, and Haldir. Big gaps forming now between the drivers. I still love this Merc more than anything. I wish it was just a little bit better in the handling department, and yeah, then it would be probably a little bit more attractive for racers to use. Sweep there in 11th. He has a little bit of work in front of him, but with medium tires, he should be able to last a pretty long while on these tires. We did see from Tier 1 that a few of the drivers managed to stay out for freaking 40 minutes on one set of tires. So yeah, it should be possible to stay out for a long while on one set of tires before they go in. A little bit of splash and dash fuel, and they should be good. Epu then doing very well for his Tier 2 debut, I would believe. Very beautiful looking livery on his car as well. Doing well, but he cannot relax. He's got the mighty Spaniard behind him, and we know AG, he is not slow. And one small mistake, and AG will capitalize on that very fast. So yeah, no time to calm down, but we do know that the Lexus has a tendency to eat up front tires. But with the adjusted tire and fuel multipliers, who knows? Maybe it could be a little bit better these days. Mark GT still ahead of Enix. Enix has overextended somewhere, so he has to do a half-second penalty charge. So that's going to cost him a second to mark. Half second doesn't sound too much, but yeah, it's costing him around a second. As we see, the gap has increased a little bit now. Topa has run away from Janne for the moment. Janne is just by himself. We have Rex, we have Huskonen closing in on Rex. So Rex needs to speed up, but they are on different compounds of tires. That could mean the big difference between P7 and P8 right now. Oh, a little bit of wonkiness out of turn 1 from Rex, but keeping it on track. We're going to stick with these two. These two looks like the closest opponents on track, so we're going to stick with them. Oh! Careful, Rex. My colleague Kimaru is also in the NSX this season, but other commitments has taken him away from racing the 2 first rounds. He will be showing himself in round 3. Slingshot Cherberg is the commentator and Kimaru is the racer. And the live commentator when it's not any racing being done. As we see, Huskonen is closing in on Rex now. Oh! Rex pushing the cars as much as he can out of turn 1, but those tires are really struggling, which is why Huskonen is closing in. He's still keeping up a pretty decent tempo and pace, Rex, but it looks like he's also gaining a little bit on Huskonen at the moment. Is there any rain coming into the picture? No, there's not. So let's take a look at Haldir with a second and a half penalty. Also has some damage on his rear splitter. We have Sweet there in 10th, 11th for Senna. So yeah, Senna really struggling in this one. Huskonen has dropped off a little bit from Rex, but I think Rex desperately needs to go into the pits. Tupa also on soft tires for this one. It's very surprising. Soft tires for those two boys. As we see Janne with a half-second penalty. The track limits of Red Bull Ring are pretty harsh. As we see, Enix is still hanging on for dear life to Mark, but he's definitely out of the slipstream. Mark GT is closing in, albeit a little bit slowly, to AG. AG has dropped off a little bit on the slipstream of Epu, but yeah, they are relatively close to each other, so just one small mistake, that will be the fat lady sings, and yeah, it's no room for mistake in this one. They have to properly keep it on the island. As we see Haldir with a 119.9, so best lap of the race so far, with AG on soft tires as well. So that's probably why he's dropped off Epu with such a big margin. Did he forget to change tires, or is he just going for quick stints with soft tires that could either pay off or it could hurt him in the long run? But he's definitely dropped off a lot from Epu. Mark is closing in a little bit as well. Same with Enix. They're both on medium tires. We have Topa back up in the 5th here. So yeah, still staying in front of Janne with good margins. Rex is closing in on Janne right now, but he is in a fin sandwich. So yeah, the Aussie is in a sandwich of Finlanders. Oh, as we see, a little bit of tail happiness from Rex and Huskonen's vehicles. As we hear the mighty Mercedes in the back. Oh, yeah. Rex is really pushing it, but still keeping it on track. I'm pretty surprised. But definitely he has to go in soon. Oh, drifting through the second to last corner. Oh, Rex, keep it calm, my friend, keep it calm. He has opened the door for an attack from Huskonen as he almost spins it out of turn 1 as well. Rex can't keep this up for much longer. It's really going to be difficult now. As we see, Huskonen is showing himself in the rear views of Rex. Oh, as we see, oh, yeah, be careful, Huskonen. Holy crap. And now there's probably like 0.8 between them again. So yeah, they both have to be careful actually. The track is still damp, so there's not optimal grip on the track. But yeah, they definitely need to be careful. As we see, the tires of Rex are starting to suffer quite a bit. Just look at how fast Huskonen is catching up again. And Rex is staying out for yet another lap. We're going to see how turn 1 goes and take a look at the top 4. Unless Huskonen easily gets past into turn 1 and takes P7, but Rex is not giving up. He's not yielding. Oh, we got a little bit of contact, maybe a little bit of code issues here, lag, as we see Rex. Oh, and then he messes up turn 3 and opens the door for Huskonen to just run away. So well fought, Rex, but oh, I think Haldir has been into the pits actually. A 119.9. So Haldir definitely the fastest on track when it comes to like time trialing, but yeah, struggling a little bit now in P10. Senna, oh yeah, those tires definitely needs to be changed out too, my friend. Senna and Haldir, of course, two of the older veterans in driver's room. As we see Topa into the pits, probably his tires are completely shot. Yeah. As we see, AG has dropped down to 4th, so yeah, he definitely needs to go in and get some new boots on. Maybe this is part of his actual pit strategy with Rex into the pits as well. But yeah, he's gonna lose a lot by staying out on these worn soft tires. Everyone else is on medium, and Epu doing very well for himself. Second and a half down to Mark. Beautiful Martini livery. Enix is being chased down by AG. good bit of racing, a little bit less chaotic than what it was in Tier 1, to be honest. We had a few crashes and a few, oh, as we see AG go into the pits there. A few hits into the wall for certain individuals. Flapjack with his little mess up with the start, so. Janne there in front of Huskonen. The two Finns battling it out for P5. Who will come out the victor? Will it be team orders? As we see Huskonen with a little drift out of turn 1. Remember boys, this is not a drifting championship, but a racing championship. Not the biggest fan of this NSX, but it does look good in this brutal Tier 2 styling. I do love me some good wide bodies. As we see AG with a 3-second penalty, so either gone in or out of the pit lane with breaking the lines, so that's probably something he's going to punch his dashboard for. It's not going to make him very happy. As we see, Topa is going to close in, and they're both on soft tires, so they're probably doing fast soft stints for this one. Will we have any more rain that will force them to change to rain tires, or will it just be a dry race like it was in Tier 1? A 1:19.1 from Topa, so really pushing the car to its limits right now. Rex with a 1:20.9. I think we had a 1:18.5 in Tier 1, so there's a little bit of difference in speed from our mighty pink motorhome murderer in Wreckfest Flapjack. Sweep there in 9th. Still out in the GTR on the first set of tires, and I doubt he's going to go in until at least 40-45 minutes have passed. Those tires are looking mighty good. Halder also doing a soft stint. Oh! Oh, poo coming out of the butthole of Haldir there, I would imagine. And Senna still staying out on those soft tires. I'm quite surprised the Merc is still able to be out for this long, but Senna's just grabbing whatever points he can. He doesn't care about catching up to the others right now, I think. Eppu by his lonesome. He's gotten like a 2-second gap now to Mark, 2-3-second gap I would believe. And shame we can't see this on the timing board. Is there any, no. Shame that PD hasn't put in the telemetry stuff for GT7, as we see Enix in 3rd. Huskonen and Janne. As we see AG there closing in on them. New tires, but yeah, they're gonna wear before the Finns have to go into the pits. They still have a lot of grip left in those hush puppies. AG desperately closing in, or furiously closing in on the Finns now. go on board with AG for a little bit as we see Senna is being lapped. Senna backing off. Skill driving from Senna there, just letting the cars past. Ooh. Ooh. AG's with late braking. Oh. And makes the move on the inside there. Wow. Jonna is sleeping a little bit in class, I think. Oh! Oh no! AG spins on the curb and oh. Well, luckily for AG, the damage will disappear after about 30 seconds, but this is going to lose him so much time. And a 1.5-second penalty as well for that crash. Ooh. Such bad luck for AG. Just hunker down and keep moving, AG. You'll be able to get something out of it, I'm pretty sure. Rexton in 8th. We have Sweep still in 9th with Haldir, the Lawnmower Man, in 10th. His tires are starting to look kind of cooked at the moment. We have Senna still staying out on those soft tires. He is really struggling right now. So yeah, definitely Senna should go in and get those tires changed. But almost 30 minutes on soft tires, that's pretty decent. Coming back to the action on lap 28, we have driven for 37 minutes at this point, and yeah, we have the Finns in the lead at the moment. Huskonen in front of Eppo, and Huskonen still hasn't been into the pits, so he is now leading the race. And it looks like we're having a little spot of rain coming in. Will it be enough to soak up the track for wet tires, or is it just going to stay dry tires? These two are not in the same team, so as far as I know. Eppu getting easily past here, more grip, and shouldn't be a problem to get past, and regains P1. Hasn't started raining too much, so I think we're still going to stay out on dry tires. As we see, Huskonen's tires are really starting to suffer right now. We have Mark GT there, has been into the pits. Enix has been into the pits. We have Topa, has to go into the pits again. We have Janne, still hasn't been into the pits. Rex also needs to go in. We have Haldir, just doing soft stints for this one. Sweep has gotten into 9th. We have Senna, has thrown in the towel. AG has had mechanical issues, so he has been forced to retire. He also has the fastest lap of the race with a 1:19.1. 20 minutes remaining. We have about 13 laps to go. Tier 1 finished with a finish timer of 57 minutes, so Tier 1 boys being very efficient. Let's see what the finishing timer for Tier 2 will be. But we had no rain, no showers in Tier 1, so Tier 2's time schedule seems to be a little bit different when it comes to that. But maybe we don't need wet tires for Tier 2. Rex is into the pits. Getting some fuel. Maybe a little too much fuel. But gets himself back into P7. Huskonen then desperately needs to get himself boxed for some new tires. Mark GT and Enix coming up behind now. We do have some certain sections of the track that's got some wet patches. You see the windshield wiper there. Yeah, so we have some rain and we got a big shower. Oh, this could be dangerous. But it stops again. It's completely dry on this side of the track. So, yeah. That's the dangerous part of rain. When these slick tires get wet, they aquaplane, and there's basically no grip. You just are along for the ride into the wall. As you see, there's more drips. Windshield wipers are going crazy. Yeah, start finish straight. We do have a lot of rain. Huskonen struggling a little bit now. It is on the verge of wet tires right now. Man, Huskonen has really been out for a long time. 32 laps, like I said, for Tier 1. Plus 40 minutes, people stayed out. So we see Topa into the pits. He's probably going to try and change for inters. That could be a big gamble. Yeah, inters for Topa. That could end up burning him, as we see Huskonen almost losing it. Huskonen does have to realize now that it is time to go in, I think. He's losing too much by staying out for too long. And he's continuing. I'm very surprised. Definitely going to be a one-stopper for Huskonen, but yeah. And we have more rain. It's about to drop over to the wet patch. Oh, as we see, oh no. Yeah, his tires are completely shot, and the rain is not helping. Yeah. Janne also has not pitted. It's very slip here. Be careful. Manages to get through, slowing the car down. Topa on inters. I think that is a gamble too high for Topa. If it doesn't rain anymore, it's going to burn out the inters quite fast. He's going to lose a lot of time. And yeah, it's definitely a gamble that might bite him in the rear. Rex still on soft tires. We do have the rain coming in a little bit more. Rick's taking it easy through turn 1. Yeah, we do see the rain. It's just a lot of spray from from the rear end of Rex's NSX right now. So the rain is coming in. I think they're still good for the moment on soft tires, but yeah, it's going to be sketchy. It's going to be dangerous if it gets any wetter. Good thing about these boys, they have a weather radar, so they can see exactly what happens. But unfortunately for us, we can't see that. Senna on inters as well. Eppu doing well in P1 for the moment. We have Hoskonen finally into the pits and gotten himself a set of soft tires. Let's hope the gamble works out for Hoskonen. We do have... oh, man. Showers are just coming and going for this one. It's... yeah. Doesn't look like the rain can make up its mind right now. I think the mighty Thor from the heavens have been drinking too much beer. Or maybe he's got something issues with his lower part and just squirting on the track. So Thor, get yourself checked up. The rain is coming and going, so I do see spray from the cars, but yeah, there's not enough rain to get these boys to actually change to rain tires. Topa has gone on inters, but see Janne finally into the pits as well. So yeah, 47 minutes on one set of tires, that's pretty massive. 35 laps driven on a single set of tires, that is pretty damn extreme, I'd say. Eppu been pretty dominant in tonight's race. Mark GT. No room for errors for Mark. Enix would capitalize on it immediately. Enix also doing very well for himself in this one. Hoskonen out on soft tires. Let's hope the machinery holds for our crazy Finn. Topa on inters. Yeah, you can see those tires burning off right now, and I think Topa's gamble was a little bit too optimistic, and definitely should go into the pits within a few if the track starts drying out. And overextends a little bit too much out of the last turn, gets himself a new half-second penalty for his troubles. Janne there in P6 on soft tires. Might work out well for Janne versus Topa on this one. Also with Rex, should be working out a little bit better on dry tires, even though you do see it's on the verge of very wet on track. So I do understand Topa's initial thought, but yeah, maybe a little bit too over enthusiastic that the rain would hit harder. Senna into the pits to get his inters off. As we see, Sweep is about to get lapped by Eppu. We do have more rain coming in, and it's on the verge of wet tires right now. Oh, and we see Sweep just struggling. Mark GT has gone very wide. Oh, and we see Enix as well. All right, coming up with Enix and Mark. So we're gonna look at Mark first. Brakes not working in a very wet turn 3, as we see Enix as well. What happens here? Oh, too much wheel spin and into the wall. Oh. Luckily, there's just damage on the rear wheel. It will fix itself within 30 seconds, but yeah. Very wet now in turn 3. As we see Haldir. Oh, and Enix into the kitty litter. Enix into the kitty litter. My goodness. Very wet through turn 3 now. Even Huskonen now struggling. Topa should be doing a little bit better. Yeah, a lot more grip in Topa's car. The inters are working right now for Topa, but he has burned half the tires away with the dry stint. Definitely inters are working a lot better right now, considering how wet the track is. Janne on fresh soft. We have inters for Jason. They should be working for him right now. Enix has gone into the pits. Is he changing to inters? Sweep into the pits as well. So yeah, a little bit damage on Sweep's car as well. Senna has called it quits. So yeah, Enix into the pits. He is coming out on racing medium. Nope. Okay. The board is just not showing the right stuff. Inters for Enix as well. And we have Epu. Something's happened to Epu. Taking a look back with Epu and Mark. Let's see what happens into the second to the last corner. Oh, and the rear end just kicks out on him. Too wet in the last turn. And loses the position to Mark. Mark is probably screaming with joy right now for having overtaken and getting into P1. But yeah, it is very wet on track right now. Coming back on the action here now. Yeah, Mark has nabbed P1. Epu down into P2. This is how quick it can happen, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like there's any more rain. No, it's a dry windshield for Epu, but it's still wet on track. Very wet on track so far. But I think it's about to dry up, and I don't think Epu should require to go into a pit stop. He should be able to stay out. He just needs to be careful. Stay away from the curbs. Mark GT had a very uneventful race, and now he's suddenly P1. That's how fast it can happen in racing. Another one's mistake is another one's gain, or something like that. As we see Huskonen looking very low on fuel, but it should last until the very end. Inters for Enix. If it starts drying up now, it could hurt Enix quite a bit. Topa then in 5th place. We have Haldir in 6th on Inters. The track is starting to dry out a little bit. I think he's also looking for wet patches now to cool off his tires a little bit. Janne, we have Sweep, and unfortunately we have lost Rex to a technical issue. Shame. Technical issues with the NSX. the stewards and the ground crew managed to move Rex's car out of the way. So we have ourselves a little drink. Mark, unless something unforeseen happens now, he just needs to last 3.5 laps, and he should be able to snag the win in round 2. As we see Topa into the pits to get those inters off. Yeah, I said it was a big gamble that Topa was doing. Epu had P1 in the box, but yeah, last turn was a little too slippery, and it just fishtailed out into the drive-off section. Yeah, whatever it's called. I've forgotten the word for it in this area. So yeah, anything can happen, but just stick with it. Maybe he'll be lucky with Mark GT spinning or something, but yeah, anything can happen in racing. As we see Enix on inters, and the track is drying up more or less. Still be careful with the curbs, even with inters. Huskonen in 4th. Wasn't it 4th for Huskonen in the round 1 as well? I do believe it was. So 4th is Huskonen's Shadow Realm, usually P6, which is Super GT's preferred finishing position. Being a little funny bastard saying that. But yeah, it does seem like Super GT ends up finishing 6th most of the times. Topa in 5th, so yeah. Didn't lose anything by switching off the inters, but probably could have gained more by picking the dry tire. I think the inters saved Topa a lap or 2 with the little shower we had. Yeah, now it's a little bit wet on the outside of turn 3 there. Jan and Haldir. Yeah, that's the reason why Janne has taken over P6. Ooh. Haldir struggling for grip with the inters. If you can only make them last for a few more laps, 2 more laps, that should be all that Haldir needs for P7. We have Epu coming up behind. Sweep then in 8th on inters as well. Should be able to keep those alive until the very end. A second penalty for Enix there, overextending out of turn 1, turn 3 maybe. So yeah. Still a very good performance from Enix though. I think he got P6, P7 in round 1 and P3 for Enix in round 2. So that is definitely not bad. As we see Huskonen going very wide and into the kitty later. But yeah, maybe this could get interesting. I didn't even notice. Huskonen is closing in on Enix. He has 1 lap to do a 1 lap magic. Oh, and Enix is really struggling now for grip. The track is drying out as we see Huskonen very close to Enix. Is he going to go for a move on the inside into turn 1? No, he's backing off. He's going to wait for a better opportunity. Could be through this section up to turn 3, or maybe he could do it in turn 3. Enix is going to be heavily on the defensive right now. As we see Huskonen still showing himself in the mirrors of Enix. Enix on very poor inters right now. The track is drying out, and it's more dry tire conditions than wet tire. And Enix struggling. Huskonen is right up in the gearbox right now. Enix just going so defensive, just trying to keep defensive lines, and it doesn't work, and he opens the door for Huskonen. Huskonen is up into P3 with just a few corners to go. Oh, Enix is probably kicking himself in the rear for that one. Oh. I think Enix's dashboard is gonna take a beating. As we see Huskonen in P3, Enix in P4, we have Topa in P5, we have Mark GT in P1, Epu in P2, we have Janne in 6th, we have Haldir in 7th, we have Sweep in 8th, and we have Senna in 9th. Unfortunately, we have lost AG and Rex to technical issues, so sadly they were not able to finish the race. Very good race from Tier 2. As we wait for the race end timer, but we're gonna go over to the outro of this race. All right, that is it for round 2 of Tier 2. Hope you enjoyed. We will be back next time in like 2 weeks' time for round 3, which is going to be Road Atlanta in the mighty Group 4 machines. And let's see what everyone has chosen for Group 4 and how that will play out with the different rides. There are probably going to be some meta cars in round 4, so yeah. Who will take the long straw or short straw in that one, and who will snag the win in round 3 for both Tier 1 and Tier 2. So until next time, I have been Slingshot Cherberg, and I will see you in round 3. Goodbye.